Hey, what's up everybody? It is Kellen here from Start Your Systems, and welcome to another edition of Track Walk in MX Simulator, where today we're playing the 2019 version of the Red Bull Straight Rythm in MX Simulator. This was created by a man on the forums named Seth Garrett, and to my knowledge, I believe they're actually running a Straight Rythm event on this track. I don't know when, but somebody asked me if I was going to stream it, and no, I am not. So just decided to go ahead and play it for a track walk instead, because I know a lot of people like seeing these like weird custom off-season events that different people do, like Monster Cup coming up next week and Straight Rythm last weekend and such like that. And well, Straight Rythm has always gotten pretty good reviews when I've done videos on it in the past, so we'll go ahead and play this track today. Pretty simple design, obviously. I think, you get the point. It's two bikes side by side going in a straight line, and, whoever gets to the finish line first wins. I am doing this in time trial mode today, so it's easier to just reset if I've crashed or something is messed up, or just, I get down to the end of the track and I don't have to go all the way back to the beginning. And I'm actually taking on my ghost lap time, which I set, as you can see, a 51 flat with. On the SYS 2-stroke from the Nationals, or actually from Supercross earlier this year, which is the gas model, so not on the new Yamis we got just yet, but figured this would be kind of a cool way to do it as well, instead of just riding 450s and hitting the big lines, which is really easy to do that triple quad triple thing in the middle rhythm, which I just barely got the first lap. I don't know how I got it so clean. Ooh, that's not gonna be good. I'll go back. On a 450, it's really easy to hit that line. On a 252 stroke, which I'm on, it is not that easy, so that's why I figured it'd be a little bit more fun to try to hit it today, or just try to ride a 2-stroke today to make it a little bit more unique and similar to the real event, which obviously they ran 2-strokes in real life as well. If you haven't watched it yet, it was a pretty cool event like they've done in the past couple of years, or last year specifically, I think was the first year it was 2-stroke only, but they had a 2-stroke race before. Obviously they had the 500 class with Bowers and Pastrana. The 250 2-stroke class is a final between Brandon Hartranft and Ken Roczen. Roczen able to pick up the win there. Everybody was talking about, it's going to be Cooper Webb, it's going to be Ryan Villapoto, it's going to be Josh Hansen or whatever, but Hartranft on his new Troy Lee Designs KTM definitely looked like he is getting the ball rolling with that team pretty quickly, because he looked pretty comfortable there. Rode well. And then the 125 class was won by Joey Crown, but I think everybody is still talking about AJ Catanzaro's Superman save that he did. I'll show you when I get to the section, if you haven't watched it yet, what exactly happened. But he was replicating Travis Pastrana. He had a yellow bike. It was a KTM, but it was a yellow KTM, and he had some old gear, and he went off this guy and Superman down into this gap right here and launched off this wall jump off to the right side of the track. Barely saved it. Like I said, seems like everybody's talking about it. Great action. And then, I forgot, I was going to do a run with a backflip in the middle of it like Pastrana did against Bowers. He actually won one of his runs by doing a backflip in the middle of his runs. So, classic Travis stuff as always. But he did it right after these on-offs on the little step-up jump, just kind of the biggest wall jump that was available for him to do it. So get settled down, pop it. I'm going a little bit long. Yeah. Let me see if I can get a clean run with the flip in it, though. So yeah, Straight Rythm, always unique, always fun, always exciting. It's not my favorite off-season event of the year, but it's just cool to see something different being done. It's just, honestly, now it's really interesting to see these current top-level pros riding 2-strokes, because they're definitely not accustomed to that. A lot of them nowadays, even the last 2-stroke they would have ridden would have probably been their Super Mini. A lot of these American amateurs, at least, go straight from Super Mini to the 250F class, 250B, 250A, whatever, Loretta's, and rarely ride a 125. It usually depends on the brand they're tied to. Obviously, like Kawasaki, Honda, and Suzuki no longer produce 125s, so if you're riding for one of those brands, a la Team Green or something like that, you probably won't end up riding a 125 at any point. You'll just go straight to 250F. But in some cases, the KTM kiddos race schoolboy, or Yamaha riders race schoolboy classes, which are 125, 250, two-stroke type classes. So yeah, that is kind of the synopsis on modern day two-strokes. I know Europe, obviously, they have EMX 125, EMX 2T, stuff like that. So there's still a lot of two-stroke action going on. It's not just cut and dry 250Fs right out of the womb, essentially, anymore for them. But obviously, Supercross track-wise, it's rare you see anybody hit a Supercross track on a two-stroke these days. So it's just kind of cool to see how they approach it, how they ride it differently. Some guys were unwilling to take big risks, like we saw Hansen hitting this big triple quad triple in the middle of the rhythm lane. I keep forgetting a backflip right there, but this one right here, that guy on the right side there that I did earlier, triple quad and then triple out. Hansen was the guy doing that. Roxon, Webb, a couple of those other guys unwilling to do it, and I think a lot of that comes from their lack of trust, I would say, in the bike. Not that they can't do it. I think that they absolutely have the skill set to do it, but they don't want to, the one time that they OJ the triple in just a little wrong, bike bogs off the face and they're way short on the quad, they have to bail through the front door, suddenly they have a broken ankle for no real reason in the off season other than, an off season weirdo race. So I can understand from their point of view why they wouldn't hit stuff like that, but it is interesting to see that, they don't always have the same level of trust that they do in their modern four strokes, which quite honestly never really bog, especially since fuel injection came around. It's rare that you see anybody kind of just go whoa off a face, but for those of you that grew up riding two strokes like me, of course you know that a two stroke, if you're not riding the power band off the face or you're in the wrong gear, there's plenty of times it'll just be off the jump, and those are not good times. You're usually going a little bit shorter. Sometimes you'll just completely nosedive and have to go into panic rev mode. So I think it just adds a completely different element to these guys when they have to do this, because they just have never really been trained to do it that much. So that's kind of cool. And then the track this year itself, which I'm riding here, I wasn't necessarily a huge fan of it this year, just because it seemed rather bland, and I venture to wonder if that's because the riders requested it to be a little bit more tamed down, since it was a two-stroke only event. They don't want to have just rhythm section after rhythm section after rhythm section where they could get hurt, so they wanted it a little bit easier. But if that's the case, one thing that I'd like to see for straight rhythm in the future, which I don't know if they'd ever do, but it'd be kind of cool if they did, is, they have all these wall jumps strewn about the track, and this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wall jumps, I guess. It'd be kind of cool if from each wall jump they went by like almost decade for a different section of track. So literally this first section is like the 70s decade of Supercross, where it's like ski jumps and long doubles and stuff like that, which it kind of already is. And then you have like the 80s decade in this section, where it's like, weird sets of whoops and moguls and rockers and like weird things like that. So it's not just like completely straightforward rhythm sections. Then you have like 90s, where it's much more spaced out rhythm sections. Maybe you can even throw in like a really long Supercross triple or something like that in the middle. Then you get to 2000s, which is, in my opinion, the most technical era of Supercross, where it was a lot more unique jumps, much more dirt, and then at the end maybe have like a 2010s type of section, 353, 353, a set of whoops and a finish line jump. Just something like that would, I think, kind of be cool, because then you really are challenging riders not only with the machine they're riding, but to just kind of approach each section with a completely different mindset, because the tracks really have changed quite a bit in Supercross since, the first race back in the 70s. So that would be my adjustment for this if I could pick one, but I'm not the event promoter, so I'm not swearing to my ideas being the best or anything like that. But I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on what you would like to get changed about this event, if you could change anything, and whether or not this is one of your favorite off-season events or not, and whether or not you were surprised by the Red Bull Straight Rhythm results. I think I was, just because I didn't expect to see guys like Hartramp, and then I think Mashburn even beat Villapoto. Things like that, I was kind of like, really? Wow, that's crazy. And it goes to show that I think this modern generation of riders are so in tune, so trained and balanced with Supercross that, you know, it's kind of almost all they know. Oh, that was kind of cool. Now let's finish off the run looking really sweet with this one. So yeah, straight rhythm, fun stuff. Let's see if I can beat my time here coming down the end. Maybe try it 1 or 2 more times to get it. Really the key to this entire run is getting this step up perfect. Like if I can downside it perfect, which I have, and get that triple in. I'm not gonna get the quad. Triple is so hard on a 2-stroke because it just doesn't want to sit off of that little roller. It kind of like pops over it and then you lose all power on the face by bogging. I'm so used to 4-strokes in this game where like the key to popping a triple in or something like that is shifting up once on a takeoff and really getting a good seat bounce. Even with a good seat bounce, if you're shifting up on the face on a 2-stroke, it just bogs so heavily in this game. So I'm not completely accustomed to that, but I feel like I'm not missing the mark too much here. Yeah, I'm gonna be short. All right. Give myself until just shy of the 15-minute mark before I'm like over trying. Trying to scrub, stay low. Not the best scrubbers, so as you can see, even the guy next to me that was me earlier today, not all that impressive with the scrubs. Oh, this is gonna be perfect, come on. Oh, got the quad, got the triple. If I can get these last sections a little bit cleaner than my ghost, I might be able to beat him. It's gonna be a literal drag race. Scrub that a little cleaner. Over table, on off. Oh, this is gonna be close. Oh, come on, baby. Oh, no, looped out. Oh, it's so close, 51.5. All right, see if I can get him one more time here. Still have a couple more minutes to try. Scrubbing it down nicely there. A little long on this guy. Ah, I was in the wrong gear. Damn it. Landed in first gear, wanted to land in second. It's so funny just like listening, knowing how I hit this section. I'm like even blipping the throttle on the same spots as the ghost. No, I'm gonna be short. I'm crossing lanes. Damn it. Damn it. Scrub diddlies, crossing lanes. That's not gonna be good. Damn it. All right, focus time, come on. Bop, 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 bop. There we go, come on. Nice, downside it. Oh, I thought I was gonna be short there. Oh, this is looking like a pretty good run. A little bit smoother, I think, than the ghost was so far. Downside this. Come on, let's go, baby. To the finish line. Oh, 50.7. Got him. Set a new record right at the end. Man, that was perfect timing because I don't think I was going to do another run after that. Woo! All right, straight rhythm, folks. Track walk episode 179, I think. Having a little bit of fun today on the straight rhythm. Beating my time, 50.7. I thought that was a pretty clean run. I was happy with that. And yeah, see if you can beat my time, folks, at home. Challenge me, you know, see what you can do. Download the track in the description below. Try it out for yourself. And enjoy. I hope you guys enjoyed this track walk video. Having a lot of fun playing the straight rhythm. And as always, thanks so much for watching. Appreciate it every time you guys do. Kellen here on Start Your Systems saying so long for now.